welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who have never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thanks for coming back. This is something completely different. My mission's been changing a little bit. I've been elevating. My guides have been having me change the way I go about doing things. So this is the DM, DF, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, the counterpart twin flame aura reading. It's my first one that I'm doing. So I'm trying to not let the nerves get the best of me, to be quite honest, because this is the first time I'm doing this. So what we're going to be doing here today, because color is a very important part of healing, especially with the emotions. It reveals to us what colors we stay away from for a reason, and what emotions we're actually not able to express, or things that we have issues with pertaining to emotions tied to that color. Because we need to do healing in these types of connections, not only in the counterpart connection, it's also within ourselves with our masculine and feminine energies. I have been guided to do the healing utilizing color therapy. Okay, so I'm going to be doing my own one-on-one personal readings about this for individuals and for your connection. So be on the lookout for those new readings coming up. My guides wanted me to do this before I even set up those personal readings. So if you're already a member of mine on the Capella app, which is for free, you can get notifications of when these readings will be ready on my website. So no tarot will be involved in these types of readings unless I am guided. And for right now, for this particular session, I am not guided to use any tarot. I have been asked to avoid tarot at all costs when I am doing these types of healing readings, okay? So this is going to help better understand the energy that is coming in, that the masculine's dealing with, the past energy, the current energy, what's leaving the masculine. We're also going to look into what the feminine's current energies are, what is leaving the feminine, and what is coming in for the feminine based on color. This is also going to help you to surround yourselves with these colors if you're not already, to help with this healing. Okay, we'll talk a little bit about what those colors represent and what they could be revealing to us that we're trying to kind of block ourselves from. All right, because we need to do the healing. The intent is to utilize this color therapy, these aura readings, so that we can better heal ourselves to get to the harmonious state of bliss, of peace. Okay, when we're balanced in our emotions, when we have cleared that energy field where it's high vibrational, that is when we are going to be prepared to call in permanent union with our counterparts. Okay, so we're going to go into looking into oh, and if I didn't mention it already, the auric field is the invisible colored energy that surrounds your body. If you didn't already know, each color is tied to a particular emotion. All right, so that being said, we're going to look into what energy, I'm looking at my notes, what energy is leaving the masculine. Then we're going to look into what the current energy for the masculine is, and what energy is coming towards the masculine. And we will do the same type of reading for the feminine. And we'll then look at the aura surrounding the connection itself. Okay, remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else who's watching this. Be honest with yourself in your situation. Okay, this is all about truth, it's all about healing, and it's all about authenticity here. So let's see, for right now, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadians, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good what energy is leaving the Divine Masculine Collective at this time. And remember, these readings are timeless. There's no month to this, there's no date, there's no nothing. Whenever you see this, it's meant for you to see this at this time. Okay, keep that in mind. Let's see what energy is leaving the masculine collective at this time. Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Anger. This is red. The red auric field. Okay, look at that eye right there. So what I'm getting is that they're starting to see more clearly. And look what the color is at the bottom of the deck, illumination. This is the yellow family. Okay, yellow is tied to the sacral chakra. So we got sacral and we have root here. All right, I was actually going to say about my issue with the color red. I ended up realizing I did not like the color red because I was not grounded enough. I needed safety from other things as opposed to safety with God, or safety within myself, but we can get into that some other time. So with anger here, all right, what is leaving the masculine collective for some of you is, I don't want to be angry anymore. This is also being angry at God, angry at the world. Again, that eye, they're seeing with their third eye now. And realizing, well, part of the illumination part, this is also with the sacral chakra, I'm sorry, the solar plexus chakra. I didn't say sacral by accident because sacral is right underneath it. Rejection. See, you can't make it up. This is tying with that solar plexus, the willpower, the confidence to know that anger is a human emotion. Now, you can't allow yourself, it's not healthy enough to be angry all the time, to be flustered and to be resentful and just be like, it's like, it's almost like Oscar the Grouch in a sense, right? Being grouchy, but also being very angry about things, angry about the world, angry at God, angry at even how they were treating the feminine, how they were treating other people, angry at how other people treated them. There's anger coming from all sides. I see all of these rays of red light just shooting out of the masculines here. And it's kind of like realizing, you see how there's like this break in the card, these jagged lines here? It's like, I need to break away from this. I need to leave this. This needs to be released from my auric field. This is wonderful because this anger has been pent up in this masculine collective for quite some time. They're also angry at themselves for allowing other people to take advantage of them, angry with themselves for not doing something about their lives before, of not seeing clearly, of not being really illuminated or seeing the signs and synchronicities and say, hey, there's the sun. It's the light of truth. It's clarity. It's happiness, right? Oh my gosh, I see really what it is, why I've been so angry this whole time. And remember, we choose to be angry. We choose to not see the light, to not be illuminated. So this is wonderful that this aura here, this color, this emotion is being released. They may have had a tendency to like the color red a lot, or something with red. There's something about the blood. Oh my God, they may have red cars. There's also red tying to passion, all right? But kind of like a lust type of energy is what I'm getting. Angry that they were kind of following that. It was not seeing clear as to why they were in these very low vibrational energies. And this was also really affecting the heart chakra. Because as we all know, the heart chakra cannot be full of anger, resentment, or bitterness. That is not in alignment with peace. It is not in alignment with permanent union. It is not in alignment with happiness and vitality and willpower and cleanliness and all these things associated with that solar plexus chakra, right? That sun bursting through that window. It's like, I got sunshine on a cloudy day. It's that song. I was hearing this in Walmart today. What is it? It's Jason Mraz. I see myself dancing or something like that. Look it up. It's no joke that these songs come to me. Jason Mraz is talking about, it's raining outside and I'm dancing. I'm not gloomy, and sometimes even rain can cause anger, right? Case in point, it's been raining a lot here and I haven't been able to go to the beach yet. And I'm like, man, when am I going to be able to go to the beach? It's rainy season here, but still. But I'm not getting angry. I'm like, okay, well, let me go do these other things to see if the rain goes. And while I was running these errands, now the sun is out and everything, God's like, now you got to do the reading. Because I could go ahead to the beach right now, but then again, Florida weather is so spontaneous. It's sporadic. It's unpredictable, okay? But anyway, so when I say this with this sunshine on that cloudy day here with this illumination, it's like, hey, I'm allowed to be angry. But if I stay in this, it makes things worse. Because remember, like attracts like. You attract more angry, bitter people. People tend to throw daggers at you if you were still in that energy. You tend to attract unlucky things. So this is beautiful. For those of you who are watching this, this is leaving. This has been a very difficult energy for them to release. And gotta go back to the colors. They either have red cars. Why do you think a lot of males like red cars or like women in red? Lady in Red. That's that song by who? I forgot. I'm seeing his face. Okay? Red is a very sexy color. It's a very passionate color, but it's also kind of like lustful in a sense, but you got to separate the lust from the passion type of thing. There could have been other things with red. All right? But I get a strong energy of blood. I'm not exactly sure why, but maybe that may resonate for somebody. They're blood boiling. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Maybe they don't like to see blood. Maybe it triggers them. Right? They get squeamish, or it's like, no, I can't see any blood. No, whatever. Makes me angry. It's like blood boiling here. I can't continue to have my blood boil at this rate because that's when the thermometer breaks. That's when the pressure cooker explodes. That's when everything just goes to hell. Right? And they see this now. Some of them may have very well been working on their root and their solar plexus chakras. Some of them may have been going through some other therapy or something like that to like breathe. Because some of them have knee-jerk reactions. When they can't process their emotions, they can't deal with the truth, or they can't deal with something. They can't tap into that balanced energy, the feminine energy. Because I see Mars with this. It's very masculine. They're like knee-jerk reaction when they can't process their true feminine emotions and they can't let it out. This is why I talk about with the distorted masculine. Anger and bitterness, angry at the world, and just like, why do people have what I don't have, and this, and this, why do I gotta work so hard to pay the bills, and blah, 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 why does God have all these horrible things happen in the world, you name it. There's a big God complex for some of them. A lot of them have been angry at God, period. But they see the light now. This is like the Sun card. God is revealing the truth. They're so illuminated as to understanding what this emotion is all about, and that they are allowed to be angry. We are allowed to be angry. I know for me, I've never really been an angry person, but ever since my awakening, I get more angry at things, and then I catch myself. Okay, I accept the emotion, I purge it, I process it, I purge it. APP. Okay, I'm a human being. I can get angry at stuff, right? Because I wasn't really getting super angry because of the rain thing, but I was getting agitated, frustrated. I said, okay, God, it's just not in your will. Let me let it go, right? I do not like staying angry for too long. Some of them may have been so angry for so long, they've caused their own health issues. We all know it affects the heart, liver, your digestive system. God knows what your even like brain activity. But a lot of this anger affects heart, liver, maybe even lungs. But I get more heart, liver, pancreas. I'm hearing colon. Affects the blood. Blood cell count, white cell count, high blood pressure. Anger causes high blood pressure. I think we all know this, and some of them may actually have something like this. And they're realizing, if I got to lower my heart, keep myself from having a stroke or a heart attack, keep myself from, this also leads to stress and anxiety, right? Everything goes haywire when we're angry. It's a very low vibrational energy. So some of them may actually have health issues. And they're realizing, hey, you got to stop being so angry all the time before you're going to explode. You're going to keel over and die because of anger. So many people could avoid this if they just realize how to process this and not wallow in this for forever and a day. finding a way to deal with their anger. It's like the beast. You must control your temper. Right? Stop reacting to things and start responding to things. This could even be for your inner masculine too, feminines. Let go of the anger. It's not going to help you. You really need to look more clearly into why you are so angry. However, some of the masculines, they're letting this go once and for all. Okay. And remember, with this rejection, sacral chakra not tying into their creativity. Maybe they do creative things. They love music, they love painting, and people ridicule them for that. They chastise them for that. You shouldn't be doing that. You're a man. Right? Why are you painting? Why are you gardening? That's a woman thing. That's whatever. Why are you tying into your emotions? This is pleasure. Doing things that you love to do. And they may have been rejected by people because of those things, and they got angry because of it. But what they weren't realizing was that, why am I getting angry over doing something that I love to do? Why am I getting angry about me tapping into my creativity? Again, that's the feminine energy, where when you're not tapping into that energy, it becomes more distorted and it leads to this. I'm going to put it right above my masculine orgonite here. Rejection. Maybe they thought that God rejected them. Self-love, self-care. When your sacral is jacked up, that's tied to stress, which leads to anger. You're not doing anything about it. There's also anger at being rejected by the world, by God, by other people. An ex-spouse, rejected at their jobs, rejected from society, and they're realizing, who gives two shits? Rejection is protection. I'm not going to get angry when I get rejected. It's what I had to learn, because God was saving my ass every time I got rejected. And it still happens even in the work that I do. And I'm able to handle that more. I got rejected a lot, especially in relationships growing up. Yep, believe it or not, I did. Little old me. I was rejected a lot, even in my career. I was a badass in my career, I will say that. But I always got pushed down. They never promoted me. Right? There was only maybe one time I did, but that's because I had an awesome boss who was more, he had his feminine masculine balanced here. I got rejected by projects, my ideas, sometimes I had to push really hard. They'd finally listen to me, but other times there was rejection all the time in my face, everybody. I got a big X today because I was guided to do something at 7-Eleven, and I was like, okay, God, I'm going to do it. And I was like, Not quite, Jess. We're trying to teach you something here. And then something miraculous happened after I got rejected. If you learn how to process rejection, masculines, which some of you are doing, and this goes for the feminine too, let it go. Don't get pissed off about it because it's not part of your plan and it wasn't meant for you anyway. It's saving your ass. When you have that clarity, holy shit, it's the Epiphany, it's the Hermit card, it's the Hanged Man card. Wow. I know why I was rejected from this, because I wouldn't have been led to this. God wouldn't have presented me this job instead of this thing that I really wanted. I got rejected from this house. I didn't get that house because God wants something better for me. I got rejected from my masculine because my masculine wasn't ready for me, and I was not ready for my masculine either. You get the point. The big thing here is to understand that rejection is protection. That's where you're going to get that illumination. For some of you, you're starting to realize this. If you have not realized this, you have not had clarity on this, now is the time to understand what the meaning of rejection is in your life. When you get rejected, say to yourself, thank you, God, because you saved my ass. You saved me from destruction. You saved me from something being worse. Because remember, when we get angry and things that we get rejected from or rejected by, we have a choice to stay in that anger, which makes things worse for us energetically because we're attracting more of that bullshit. On top of that, we are realizing that, oh shit, what was my train of thought? Everything's coming in so fast. When we stop getting angry over those things, we're going to say, okay. That wasn't supposed to work out because it wasn't part of the big plan. I was going somewhere with this, but God, somebody stopped me. My guide stopped me for whatever reason. Excuse me. Say thank you, God, that I was rejected. Something's trying to attack my throat now. Okay. See what happens when I speak truth? The enemy likes it when people are angry. The enemy likes it. Oh, that's what I'm trying to get at. That's why the enemy's trying to stop me, because this is what I was going to say. The devil, you have a choice to be angry or to not. The devil loves it when you choose to focus on the rejection. And he loves it when you get pissed at it. The thing here is you are giving more energy to that entity. This is the last thing as a collective we need to do. To stay in this, especially when we're rejected. To see more clearly as to why things are not working out for us, because God always has something better, and the devil does not like it when we are illuminated by that, which is why my throat chakra is being attacked, because the enemy is trying to keep me from telling you the truth, because he wants you guys to choose anger over happiness, over bliss, over truth, over illumination. This is of God. This is more of dark energy. Remember, we both have dark and light. We choose which side we are on every day. We choose to be angry or happy. It's always a choice. And the thing that devil likes to get us with is rejection. Why, God? I was hoping for that. I was praying for that. Why didn't you answer my prayer? Because I'm answering it in a different way, masculine. Because I have something better for you, masculine. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to protect you. That's a big thing for the masculine collective to understand. And remember, this ties into health problems. Why do you think so many people out in the West have so many health issues? And it's with men and women, it's because of this and dealing with rejection and just being all like flustered and frustrated and disappointed. And it's like, why am I not getting what I want? Why this, and this? That makes things worse, and it affects our health, and it affects the collective. I see so many more angry people these days than I have for what is it? Maybe 20 years? 20 years ago was very different. There were a lot more people who were more angry, especially after this CV-19 thing. I'm so mad that happened because this, and this. I lost my job and you know, it caused people to do this and blah, 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 blah. Check yourself before you wreck yourself with anger. All right, let's see what the current energy for the masculine is now that this anger is leaving. What is the current energy for the masculine collective? Woo! Love it! I was talking about green. Heart chakra, baby. Look at this. Growth. Oh my God. I love this like you wouldn't believe. This is for those who've been healing. You're doing the healing work. Maybe some of the masculines are gardening, like I said. They like to be outside. They're having plants more in the room. I got a new plant today. Say hello to my new plant. I don't have a name for it yet, but I will get there when I get to it. Aurora? Is that somebody's kid's name? Somebody has a daughter named Aurora. They're going to name their daughter Aurora. Anyway, that is the Sleeping Beauty's name. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. Everybody, we just named a plant. This is Aurora over here. Everybody say hi. I don't know if she's going to stay here. I'm going to put her by my bed like it was intended, so I'll talk to them later about it. Look, plants. Maybe they're putting plants around the room. Plants are therapeutic. Tending to plants, surrounding yourself with plants in nature. I got plants everywhere. It helps to de-stress. It helps to lower those angry energies. So the current energies, they're growing, they're learning, they're evolving with this green. And this is more of a darker green. It's a little bit olive, right? There's something about an olive branch with this is what I'm getting, because I see this color as olive. It is in the green family, obviously. They want me to read the book for this. But they're flourishing. They're blooming, okay? They're coming out of this anger. The anger is dissipating, and they're just like, woo, it's that flower budding. It's blooming. It's summertime. We should be seeing all the flowers in their full bloom in the trees. So this is appropriate that I'm doing this reading during the summer, because it's June 26, 2023 today. You see the sun behind it? The illumination is causing them to grow, to evolve, to learn that this anger shit doesn't work for them. It doesn't work for anybody. And sometimes they're having me go back to this. When they get angry, have knee-jerk reactions, they start to hurt the ones that they care about the most, especially what they've done with the feminine. And the feminine may have done that back to the masculine. Remember, feminines, don't be playing fire with fire, or don't do the eye for an eye thing. Doesn't work. Do not stoop down to that anger level. That's distorted masculine, distorted feminine. So with this growth card here, okay, that sun's behind them. That illumination has caused them to grow. For the masculines watching this, maybe you need to start surrounding yourself. Oh my God, I'm just freaking out over here. I'm starting to surround myself. Start to surround yourself with more green. Start wearing more green. You can balance out the red if red is a thing for you. Put more greenery around you. There's a balance with the red and the green colors. Surround yourself with nature. Be out more in nature. Do the gardening. Be outside. Go do more grilling outside, okay? That's part of this green energy, okay? Do more cooking outside. Eat outside. There's a lot of growth and illumination here. That is the current energy. But what I'm getting is that with that sun, that willpower and that clarity and understanding the truth about things, they're evolving to a higher frequency. The green color is the most healing color of all the colors. In color therapy, this is the color that is most used to start working with clients, so to speak, with color healing. So if you're not surrounding yourself with green just yet, or being more out in nature, getting those plants to surround your house with, it's going to help you with your growth. Talking to plants. There's nothing wrong with talking to plants. I was talking to my plant when I got here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my altar, being part of my life, part of my home. I talked to my son's plant. I'm taking care of my son's plant while he's away. I talk to my lilies every morning. I talk to all these plants. I thank them for the vitality they give me. I thank them for the oxygen. You name it. You're talking to spirit when you talk to plants, by the way, if you didn't know that. So some of the masculines may very well be talking to plants. That's not a crazy thing. Why? Because there's life in these plants. God created these plants, so God is in them, so we're talking to God. We're talking to the Holy Spirit while we do that. So some of you, if you're still in this angry stage, maybe start talking to plants, get some plants and start talking to them. You're not crazy. They're living things. They were created by God. God wants us to talk to these things. It's like Moses in the burning bush. The burning bush was talking to Moses, right? People think, what the hell? There's a burning bush talking to me? People are like, that's crazy in the Bible, but it's in there. God will speak to us in many different ways, okay? So current energy is this growth. It's this learning. It's evolving. They're blossoming. They're blooming. It's like, oh, look at this world around me. And the bottom of the deck is more, you got to bear with me because I believe this is pink. Ideation. It is kind of a variation of the color red family. I'll look this up too. The square inside the circle with a star in the middle of it. This kind of looks like the eye here, but it's viewing things differently from a different type of eye. That's what I'm getting. Ideation, the ideology of things. Leaving that behind. This is about their ideas and their thoughts is what I'm getting from this. Pink ties more into unconditional love, peace, calmness. It's like sometimes when we look at pink, when they refer that to a baby girl, although that's kind of a conditioning, feminine energy. I'm hearing rose quartz, roses, maybe. Maybe this has to do with a rose. Maybe growing a rose garden or buying roses and surrounding themselves with roses, maybe. Pink isn't such a bad color. Pink is also the color of unconditional love, not romance. They could be growing like a flower garden or having more pink flowers around them. And realizing that pink isn't a girly color. Maybe there was a male who also liked pink as the color and somebody said, you can't like pink, you're a dude, why don't you just like red instead? I'm getting that for some masculine here. That's crap. It's absolute crap. And if you see nowadays, more men are wearing pink, are they not? It's a color. Society has deemed pink for girls and blue for boys. God didn't say that. Does that say anywhere God ordained pink to be for girls and blue to be boys? And if you like blue, you're a tomboy, and if you like pink as a guy, you're a pussy. I'm gonna flat out say it. You're a wuss. You're a girl. We need to get out of these preconceived notions, these false beliefs about color here. And green is the most like of nature, right? It's neutral in a sense, but it's the one that's in the middle of the color spectrum. It's what brings everything together. What colors make green, everybody? Blue and yellow. Blue with the emotions, yellow with that confidence. Being confident in your emotions to get to a state of balance. And you're growing as you're coloring with those two crayons to create green. Right? So we have this green energy here. Again, seeing with a very different eye, because I looked at this as an eye, the star in the eye. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I keep getting that song. Maybe somebody getting stoned or high or whatever, or getting high off of music and starting to see all these things and talking to plants or whatever. Aliens, something like that. Being way out there is very Piscean. Okay? Again, the plants are here. Talking to plants is very therapeutic. You're not off your rocker when you do this. And tying more into that love of plants, that love of nature. Let me think of these ideas. Let me think of these ways to kind of help me better understand why I can't process certain emotions. So we're going to look at growth here with the color green. And green is also about abundance. This is letting nature unfold. The Lao Tzu quote, nature doesn't hurry, yet everything's accomplished, right? If you get rejected, maybe you were mad, you got rejected for something because you wanted something to move faster, you wanted things to escalate faster or get to some place faster. Again, it's not time for you yet, or whatever this is. Everything has its own course. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody grows at different rates. A bamboo tree is not going to grow at the same rate as an apple tree. If you guys don't know about bamboo shoots, when you plant a bamboo seed in the dirt, it takes 4 years before it comes out of the ground. Some of you are bamboo shoots. You need to do all the dirty work underneath the surface before you can come out. But here's the blessing in this. When the bamboo shoot starts to come out of the ground, it grows at a crazy rate. It's like, I don't know, 4 feet per day or something like that. I forgot that part. I got to look it up again. But go look it up. God is telling me that plant, he makes up for lost time. But look how sturdy the bamboo shoot is. Look what bamboo is used for. Look at how tough that plant is. It's not like a tree. You can cut that thing down with one axe and that's it. It could be blown away. Right? Everyone has different growth rates. Everyone learns at different times. Everyone heals at different times. And this is also for the Masculine Collective, better understanding that everything has its own course. Let nature take its course. Go with the flow. You do your part. God is the one who makes the magic where the plant will grow. We cannot, we are not in the involvement of the actual growing process when it comes to when we plant a seed, right? We can't tell the seed to grow faster. We can't tell the sun to come now and the rain to come now and all these things. No, everything has its time and its place. And so do we. So with this growth card, it says, this card speaks to the transformational qualities of nature and its ability to softly grow and change throughout time. We are constantly growing and shifting throughout our lives. True growth means that you're moving toward your ultimate truth and the highest version of yourself. Sometimes growth can be painful, and you need to prune to make way for new blossoms. Remember that this is just a part of the process, and you're making your way towards your own sacred truth. The illumination. Ideation. Yeah, okay, I wasn't going crazy. It is pink. This card is about the growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative endeavors. This moment is just for you and your project. Let your ideas grow while you nurture and care for them. Enjoy this special time. You plant the seed and you let it grow. I'm going to attest to this because I've been building something for quite some time. And it's been a little bit challenging for me. It's like, God, it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. It just doesn't seem like anything's really happening. But remember, this is also for me. Everything has its own time. God is working. I'm growing. I'm learning, evolving. And by doing these readings, I'm doing just the same. And God told me to do something creative. Last night, I started doing jewelry again. I don't have my piece on, but it's over across from me. I haven't made a piece of jewelry for 19 years. No, I lie. 16 years maybe. It's been more than 15. That used to be a thing of mine. I used to have my own handmade jewelry business on Etsy. And I let that fall apart due to somebody else. But I got angry because of that. But that was my fault. Because I let somebody take that from me. Your ideas, your thoughts. You plant that seed, you let it go. Like I said, some of you, if you're doing projects and ideas or things like that, maybe right now, you've been working on this for 3-4 years or something, because I was talking about the bamboo shoot. And now it's about to blossom. Because you created a place to do your creative things, right? Your sanctuary, maybe being out in nature. Again, I get strong energy of gardening or something like that. Creation, but taking your time with it, okay? So now let's see. Do I have to shuffle again? No. What is the energy coming in for the Masculine Collective? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Wow! It's the bottom of the deck. That was for the current energy. Look. Ideation. What do we talk about? Those projects. They want me to read it again. The creativity. The love for your creativity. Doing what you love. Right? Ideation. The growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative endeavors. This moment is just for you and your project. Let your ideas grow while you nurture and care for them. Enjoy this special time. So it looks like the masculines are really kind of, they have these creative ideas. They're tapping into their feminine energy, having more confidence in that, being illuminated, like, hey, I love doing this. Let me do more of this. Let me build this business. Let me build this thing. Let me write this piece of music. Let me do this album. Let me do this painting, whatever. And they're growing and learning. They're becoming more gifted. Their skills are getting better. The growth of ideas. Let me tap into those ideas that I have and take action on them. The bottom of the deck is the frustration card. See, that's part of the red family. But look at this color red. It's a little bit dull, is it not? It's not flamboyant. It doesn't pop in your face. Putting the square peg in the wrong hole. There's a very sexual connotation to this. It's a tight fit or it doesn't fit. Or feeling frustrated because they had some sort of idea and it didn't fit, or there's some sexual energy here with this. Maybe they're mad because they were lusting and they just wanted sex or something, right? Instead of doing something creative. Maybe they were trying to get over their anger and frustration through sex. That's for somebody. Instead of tapping into those creative abilities, being one with nature, the flower garden, whatever, creating things, projects, having those ideas, let me channel that anger into creativity. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Let me channel that frustration, that anger. I just don't want to take on my anger, just like ejaculate, and then it's like, oh, good, I feel better. No, that does not help. It does not help. It's the wrong way. It's not the healthy way. I don't want to say wrong. It's not the healthy way to transmute that type of low vibrational energy. Creation is the way to go. Transmuting that negative energy into creativity. Maybe they're sexually frustrated, right? Because it's like, I don't have anything to stick it in, right? Because men especially, they're sexual creatures. They got to unleash the beast, right? It's like, yeah, I'm going to say it, but this is truth here. But what they're realizing is that they don't need to unleash the beast by sticking it in a hole all the time. It's doing something creative. Oh, I'm sexually frustrated, or I'm angry about this. I got rejected from this. I got rejected from that. I keep getting rejected. Whatever this is, let me go play my guitar. Let me go write that song. Let me go bake some jewelry. Let me go to my garden. Let me talk to my plants. Let me go water my plants. Let me just sit down and meditate with the plant. Let me go watch a funny movie. Let me go create something with my hands. We've been getting that energy about using your hands, right? They could also be utilizing their hands for masturbation. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. Or maybe they're trying to avoid that. Because it's like, I don't want to keep jacking it all the time. That's for somebody. I don't want to keep doing this, right? I need a hole to put it in. Sex Ed 101, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, this is like, I can't keep doing that. Because there is sexual frustration that's coming out now because I'm seeing this as like a phallic card, right? Eggplant and the donut emoji. No. I'm sexually frustrated. I'm frustrated about something, and it doesn't have to be about sex. Let me just go do something creative. Let me work on a project and get that energy out. They're finding different ways to deal with this frustration. This is what's coming in. I love this. See how you don't need tarot for this? You don't. I don't. This is also putting a square peg in a round hole. This is also talking about, for those who have businesses, projects, you're being asked to do things differently. You don't fit the mold. Why are you trying to fit in when you were born to stand out? You are the square peg. You are not the round peg like everybody else is. Okay? Do the things that fit you. Go to the square hole, not the round hole. You are not meant to fit this particular thing or do this thing the way that everybody else is doing it. They're giving me a huge epiphany with what I'm saying right now with my own thing, which is what they've been trying to get me to realize. And I need a little bit of tea right now because I feel that the enemy trying to clear my throat or trying to block me. This is my SeaWorld dolphin mug. I love this thing. They didn't want me to use the other mug that I usually use in my lives. This is a sign for somebody, dolphins. This is my favorite animal of all time. I know it's a mammal, but it's my favorite animal. My favorite God creation in nature. I'm a huge dolphin lover. I've always been. Playful communication. There's something about communication for some of you. Something about the masculines are trying to find a creative way of communicating. Creative way of doing things. To stop being frustrated and angry. That anger is leaving them, but again, what's coming in, like, I gotta tie into this stuff. I am not a round peg. I am a square one. I'm very unique. I am different. I gotta stop trying to fit myself into that round hole. You are not meant to do what everybody else does. You are one in a million. You are very unique. And there's nobody else like you, so own it. Look what's underneath the frustration card. Creativity, really opening up that crown chakra. That's purple energy, right? Royalty, like, yeah, I can do this. I am of the highest vibration. I am super creative. I am one with God. I am one with the divine. I can do anything. I can create anything. And I just need to be patient that it will manifest in the way that it's intended to. Right? We can't rush the growth of a plant. We can't rush, when we're baking something in the oven. We can't rush the birth of a child. That came out of my weekly this week. If you haven't seen my weekly, it'll be in the end screen, but please go watch that. This is straight feminine energy right here. Right? Look at the light bulb going off. Thomas Edison, right? You know how many times he tried to get that thing to work? He was successful in the end, was he not? And he didn't give up. And people thought he was crazy. Hey, Thomas, why are you even bothering? Because it's not going to work. You've done it 500 times. What was it? He did it 1,000 times before he got the light bulb to work? Can you imagine if he would have listened to those people, he would have given up? And he wouldn't have continued to, maybe he tapped into God. Maybe he opened up his crown chakra. Maybe he knew something about Eastern practices to help him be this creative genius and to tap into that and to not listen to everybody else. And those ideas, the growth of the ideas, every time he failed, every time he was rejected, he was getting closer to success. He grew smarter. His creative abilities got better. Until ding! Eureka! I've got it. Light bulb goes off. The aha moment, the illumination, the epiphany. I missed this. Let me turn this way. Let me do it this way. I don't know the story about Thomas Edison, but I'm channeling him right now. And he's like, there's this one thing that I got to do. And I'm getting very strongly that he talked to God a lot when he did this. God, help me get to a breakthrough. Help me do what I need to do. I need to do something different here. What am I missing? And God's like, bling. It's like the light bulb to the head. And now Benjamin Franklin's coming in here. Why am I saying Thomas Benjamin? That's funny. Maybe somebody's name is Thomas, somebody's name is Benjamin, or both. Or a last name too. First name or last name. If that's your name or whatever, anywhere, this is really for you. So the light bulb goes off. Oh, shit, I failed. Shit, I got rejected. Shit, didn't work. Eureka. But guess what? All of those times that the light bulb didn't illuminate, Thomas was getting brighter. He was getting smarter. And then he was able to create other things. It was just a stepping stone to success. And proving to himself that he wasn't going to give up because he knew his abilities. Because God told him, I deemed you the light bulb person. The person who was going to create that light from electricity. Right? That was what God planned him to do when he was around. And he knew this. He knew he had the potential. And again, the frustration. He got frustrated, but he's like, I got to get this idea to work. It will work. Not, he didn't say it won't work. I'm a piece of shit. I'm stupid. This is never going to happen. He believed in himself and he said, this is going to work come hell or high water. And yes, frustration is allowed. I was frustrated last night and I had a nice cry with God and I had a nice talk with God and then everything just, I washed that away. It happens. We're human. Especially when we're going at something for a very long period of time, whether it's with your healing or a project or a business or whatever. You wait it out because if God led you to it, he's not setting you up for failure. If he gave you the idea, he's trying to build up until you have the breakthrough or you come into another idea and you follow that, even though all the other ones didn't work. He was preparing you the entire time to be at your best, to be at your full potential because all of that rejection, all of that frustration, all of that nonsense, all of the stuff not working out, the flower not growing was for a reason. God was pruning you. He was refining you just like that flower card right here. To prepare you for the big time. To prepare you for the big ding. Holy crap. I hit the jackpot. It is now on. It is illuminated. It is open. It's open for business. Now, God is going to give you that thing. And God wants you to go to him when you're frustrated. Let it out. Talk to me about it. If you're angry, let me know. If you're frustrated, let me know. If you're disappointed, let me know. That's what I did last night. I said, God, I'm doing it again. I'm talking to you. I'm having a meeting with you. I'm doing it again. Just help me to see something again. What did I miss? What did I forget about that you told me the last time? And he's doing that to me right now as I'm doing this. The reason why I was led to do this is because I was not at the energetic vibration. I wasn't ready to do these yet. As you can see, there's no tarot in this. I don't need it. So there are the energies for the masculine collective. Now we're going to look into the feminine collective. What energy is leaving the feminine collective, Holy Spirit? Archangels, galactic families, Pleiadians, Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There's also something about with these colors. We have red is leaving, so try to stay away from red. Eat more green foods. Surround yourself more with greenery. Wear more green. Maybe change up your house, put more green in it. And pink. There's feng shui with this, everybody. What energy is leaving the feminine collective? Holy Spirit. Oh, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Yeah, see? Now Vanilla Ice is coming in here. Somebody doesn't like vanilla. Maybe they don't like vanilla ice or they don't like things that are vanilla. That just came out my ass. Stop. Collaborate and listen. Some of you need to be working with somebody to get ahead, to evolve, to grow. Okay? current energy is growth for the masculine energy here. For the masculine collective, I should say. All right? Maybe some of you need to stop what you're doing, stop, collaborate, listen. What is your inner guidance trying to tell you? It's so funny how Vanilla Ice is coming into this. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. Watch the brain activity. What is going on here? Send that up to your brain to get the message that you need to hear. It's red. This is incredible because both the masculine and feminine, what's leaving is that red aura. I see red. It's like that bull. I'm gonna go after it. I'm gonna tear it apart. Olé. Why did I hear Spanish Inquisition? Somebody was in the Spanish Inquisition in a past life. You were very angry about something and it's carried on to you up until now. That's for somebody specific. Whoever that's for, that's something in your Akashic records that I just pulled from. You either know this or you don't. Those of you who know your family's been angry, you're angry all the time. There's something about you being part of the Spanish Inquisition, which is why I talked about the bull and they're telling me Spaniards. Okay? And you've carried this. Some anger from what happened then. There was a lot of murder then, a lot of stuff. Maybe you did the killing. Maybe people killed your family or something. I don't know. That was for somebody. Listen. You need to take a pause. You need to stop what you're doing. Look, here's the pink family. You got red and pink here. Disruption. And this is more like a hot pink, in a sense. Like something's distracting you. Something has disrupted your flow. Or, like I said, with that rejection energy in the masculine side, something's disrupted your flow. And you're paying too much attention because I'm looking more at that hot pink color than the red. I get more drawn to pink than red. Again, that's me kind of averting the red. I don't really like red. And red is kind of like, for me, warning, stay away. There's also a positive side to red too, right? That's not for your highest good. Something's being disrupted. But what's leaving here is there's some disruption. Something has gotten in your way, like a roadblock or something. I see Chariot card with this. Something is trying to get you to take a detour. Your plans got disrupted. Your trajectory got disrupted. Something got disrupted, right? And if you look at all these lines, it's like, what road am I on? Wait a minute. I thought I was on this road, but look, this is an underpass. Is it an overpass? What the hell? It's like freaking Florida. There's all these big overpasses and underpasses and shit. Ooh, I get 7 of Swords with this. Optical illusion. Things are going on behind the scenes you don't know. You can't see it because God doesn't want you to see it. There's more than meets the eye. Again, Transformers keeps coming up. Look at this. You're like, oh, this road leads to... Oh, wait, is this part of this road overpass or this? I don't know what this is. What's coming and going? You were on one path and now God's steering you in another one, or he's elevating you to a better path. I also see Tower card with this. There's a total disruption. There's a total stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. God's trying to get the feminine collective to see something more clearly. This masculine energy has got it. You may need to merge the two. Or you're stopping your own self from doing something you know your heart space needs to do. Consciousness is after that. That is near purpley gray. That is way above the root chakra here. Your higher consciousness. Something is getting in your way to have you tap more into your higher consciousness here. I'm hearing for the feminine collective, there's a big hard stop. God has, and we've gotten this before, I believe, right, in a reading. Red flag, warning, warning, warning. When we see stop, oh. There's another X. We saw that X with rejection, did we not? On the masculine side. What are you going to do? God put a blockade, a barrier, a cone, the red flag. The stop sign is there. You got to look both ways. You need to stop for a minute and make a decision. You need to stop, go to your higher self, communicate with God. Again, meeting with God is overdue. Some of my members got that message for the week. You're being asked to choose something. There's a disruption in your plans or something going on because God's trying to get you in a different direction. You're really being asked to go within and talk to your guides. They want me to read the stop card for this one. We all know what the stop sign means. This is an octagon. I'm also hearing railroad crossing. 8 sides. 8, when you turn it around, is the infinity symbol. Infinity symbol means unlimited potential, and I think I said that. God may be very well telling you, this is not the way you're supposed to be going. You need to go higher. You need to go change I'm changing the trajectory because you're not sure what road to take, but I'm already illuminating to you what road to take. Stop and think for a minute. Stop, collaborate, and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Ideation. Ideas, inventions, creativity. Holy shit. Wow. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is asking you to stop and reflect, collect your thoughts, or maybe even just take a break. It may also be a good time to think about what stopping might mean to you. Is it a forever stop? Is it a pause? Is it time to move forward or simply change your direction? But you got to be more centered. It's like the antenna. You can't fix the rabbit ears on the TV. The view. The TV is getting distorted. It's getting disrupted. I can't. Your antenna needs to be extended. Maybe you got to put foil on it. I don't know. Because you got to connect with those higher frequencies to understand what this stop is. I also talked about this in the masculine reading for June. They think that this door is closed in the connection forever, when it had to close because it was being temporarily closed and refurbished. It wasn't a permanently closed connection door. Don't get so distracted with these disruptions. God's really trying to get you to open your heart and your mind here. But remember, what does this mean to you? Is it the end? Some of you think it's the end when it's not. Change directions. What path? Oh, I thought I was on this path. Oh, I gotta go on the higher road. That damn Yankee song that I channeled in my live stream on Saturday night. God's taking you higher. It's time to move on to the next level, feminines. Because if the masculines are growing here, they're releasing this red, you need to be releasing this too. Or for some of you, this is what's leaving. You're starting to realize, oh, this is not a complete dead end. It's just a detour. Oh, God put me here. Oh, I got to go on this path. Okay. Growing, learning, and evolving. God's put a pause on this connection so that there's room for the masculine to grow, feminines. You've got to really grow more of that pink energy, that unconditional love here. Understanding when things are disrupted, things don't go according to plan, right? There's more than meets the eye. It doesn't mean it's the end of the world, whatever this is. We now return to your regularly scheduled program. Commercials are a disruption. This is the reason why I do not put ads in the middle of my readings, because it disrupts the flow. It disrupts the thought. I don't give two shits about monetization. I'm grateful for it, but I'm more concerned about the value of the message that I'm giving. And when people are like lasered in with their antenna, tuned in and tapped into my messages, I need them to be in that flow, that growth energy, so that by the time they finish watching this, there are no disruptions. It takes people out of the flow of nature. There are so many disruptions and distractions. There's also something about if there's a pause or a hard stop here, God's probably trying to get you away from disruptions, distractions, understand what those are. Or when God brings those in, like he did to me today, I had this one plan and all was like, wait, he led me here, he led me there. Oh, it's part of my teaching for today, isn't it? Oh, you're just trying to get me to just go with the flow, God, and not start this reading yet, and not go to my to-do list and start freaking out that I'm not accomplishing everything. So think about what this is for you. So let's go read. Also have more compassion here when things get disrupted. Understand that God's trying to put you in a different path in most cases. So try to understand that X marks the stop, and maybe, nope, this is not it, period, for you. That door is closed, but this door is closed, but I need you to open it. Or this door is closed for right now because it's in the middle of refurbishment. You're being refurbished. Disruption, like the shocking pink color, this card demands attention. It represents intensity, innovation, and nonconformity. It's a catalyst for releasing fear in order to make bold and courageous moves. What is stagnant in your life that needs to change? How can you shake things up a bit? How can you continuously innovate your life in unexpected and productive ways? What is stagnant in your life that needs to change? This is doing the bold, brave thing. It's shocking, right? I'm being drawn to this. I love this color. This is actually the color of my toes right now. I just stare at my toes and be like, man, that is a fucking awesome color. I got to change it up soon because I change my colors every couple of weeks. I got more shocking colors too. It's like, bing. Anyway, intensity demands attention. Releasing fear in order to make bold and courageous moves. Some of you, this is what's going away. You're releasing the fear. You're not looking at this like, stop. No, you can't do this. No, you're supposed to stay at the same level. You can't elevate. You can't invest in this. You can't do that. You're not capable, right? Some of you, you're letting this go. You're having faith over fear. You're not letting anything stop you. And you're stopping for a minute to really listen to God. Talk to God before you do anything else. What is God telling you to do? You could always saying, you know what? This is not the end for me. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm evolving. I'm getting better at this. Let's see what the current energy of the feminine is. What is the current energy for the feminine, Holy Spirit? You can't make it up. There's the consciousness right there. Card. Look at all those circles. It's like those like alien circle lines. What are they called? In Area 52 or something? Oh. Why was I getting blood? Because there it is. Everybody, pain. You releasing all of these things. It's not over. I can do this. God's stopping these things because I need to grow. I need to be more in tune with myself. I can't be angry all the time. I can't be in pain all the time. I gotta let this go. I have to have compassion for myself. I'm allowed to feel this pain. I'm allowed to feel this anger, these emotions, but I cannot sit in them because it jacks me up. There's purpose in the pain. There's the blood card right there. Look at this red. That is kind of like the color of blood. It's like it's not really a vibrant, sexy red here. This might even be the color of somebody's car. You may have like a darker red car than a brighter red car or something like that. Or the red that surrounds you is not vibrant really to kind of like lift your energy. But there's, again, with that consciousness card, I think this is like a gray purple. I have to go look at the book but it's really how I interpret it. Gray. Those circles, right? The bullseye. Target. Somebody likes target. Oh, don't study why target's color is red. It draws people's attention, right? Gets them to stop and shop there. This is interesting why I'm getting target. I don't know. I don't know why I'm getting target. May be changing the color, or there's a reason why target use that color. I don't know. Walmart is blue. Target is red. Target catches the eye. It makes people draw their attention to something, right? Walmart, you're going with the flow. That's why in my business, I use blue like colors in green, yellow. There's a reason for that. It's more therapeutic. I'm not forcing anybody to stop and do anything. I'm letting them go at their own pace, right? Helping them to be in a state of flow, in a state of peace, and working in the healing. Anyway, that pain. Current energy. Okay? What's leaving you that red aura. Stop and listen. What does that mean to you? Some of you are starting to realize that higher consciousness, that's when you realize there is purpose in the pain. That you have a choice to be in pain and you don't. It's always a choice, everybody. It's always a choice. God did not intend for us to be in pain or to suffer, but he did not say that the world wasn't going to exist without it. He's trying to get us to be in a higher state of being, right? That target, I'm shooting for that target, the illumination. If God is disrupting something in my life, if God's stopping something in my life, I'm going to go to the higher reason as to why this is happening. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it sucks, whatever. But let me better understand this. Let me not let this blood boil and have this pain sear through my blood, my body, my soul, my mind. This is to get me to realize that I have power over it. That I am a divine being. That I can always choose the higher state of consciousness to overcome this pain. And right now, some of you feminines, you're starting to learn this. This is growth. This is evolvement. This is higher learning. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. You guys got a lot of like red, pink energy. A lot of this feminine energy. Love. That heart chakra radiating that love, that light. Unconditional love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to wallow in that pain and sorrow. Forgiving yourself for focusing. There's something about separation here with your person with that card. We are one love, right? We are one with the divine, that higher state of consciousness. And it's like a ripple effect. I'm seeing ripples with that consciousness card, right? We throw a pebble into a river, a pond, and what does it do? The ripples get larger and larger and larger, and it affects the flow of the river, of the lake, let's say. Let's say it's a lake. And we see how far out those ripples go when we're also seeing how far that pebble's going to go, right? Radiating that love, the Christ consciousness love, to help not only yourself heal from the pain and the suffering, the angst, the frustration, the anger, but to help your masculine side of you and your masculine counterpart and everybody else. When we come from a place of love, that's why I have all these signs in here. Let all you do be done in love. Love is patient and love is kind. Love is not angry. Love is not toxicity. Love is not frustration. Love is not pain. But we learn to love better and from a higher elevation, a higher vibration when we go through the pain. And we start to realize we don't choose to be in it. This will not escape human life, ever. But when we are in this, with this current energy for the feminine, we start to understand the purpose in it. And we are better to understand other people's pain and their suffering when we're coming from that place of Christ consciousness, when it's radiating through us. Right? So the feminine's got 2 cards for the current energy. They want me to read the consciousness card. I think it's like grayish, but it looks gray purple to me. It's a white card, according to the book, but I'm reading it as I'm reading it. I see more purpley gray, right? Like balls of steel gray type of thing, but it's a lighter gray. It's more calming. It's more peaceful. That purple is more about higher consciousness, right? Divinity. That you understand that you are the divine. So in this deck it says, consciousness is our ability to feel and sense what is around us and within us, and to tap into a deeper universal connection. Allow yourself to go beyond yourself and your ego. Tune into this consciousness deeply as you move forward on your journey. Go beyond the ego. Fear is ego. Okay? Ego is not just narcissism and egoism and blah, blah, blah. Being arrogant. Ego is also fear. Not having confidence in ourselves, right? Not facing the shadow side of ourselves. Not doing what we love. Not doing what we're called to do. I'm hearing the pain, pain, pain. That lyric in Separate Ways by Journey. Caught between confusion and pain. That might be resonating for somebody. Pain. Pain can feel like it's bigger than us, and it can come for us in many forms. It could be a physical, emotional, psychological manifestation. Remember that after pain comes healing. How can you find healing and be gentle with yourself at this moment? We all have the ability to heal from this. This is why we're here. And when some of us are able to do this, we are here to teach others how to do that too. And we become more compassionate, understanding of other people's pain. Let's see what energy is coming in for the feminine collective. Holy Spirit. Woo! Wow. Trust. Trust has been a big thing for some of the feminines, especially with the masculines coming back in here. This is a bluey purpley card. I'd say periwinkle. That's what I was just told. I like that name and that color, actually. Look what's here. The heart in the middle of all the circles. When you learn to love yourself and you give that love out to those people, even the people who caused you pain, even the people who screwed you over, do you know how impactful that is? Because you are being taught a lesson to deal with it, to heal from it. Like that card says, there's always healing after the pain. That is the purpose as to why God has us go through these things. but it's a choice. You choose to stay in the pain and the suffering, or you don't. You choose to go to God to help you with that pain and suffering, or you don't. It is always a choice. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Nobody tells you that you should stay in that for the rest of your life. No one. When you believe that, you give power away to those people who cause the pain, who cause your distorted heart, who cause that disruption, to get you to stay in it. You give the power away to whomever did that. That is not a divine feminine. It is not a divine masculine. Because a true divine feminine, masculine Christ does not give their God-given power away to anyone or anything, especially that devil. And what was I talking about? Both masculine and feminine got the red auras here as what's leaving. No, enemy, you cannot affect me. I'm not going to stay in this. I'm going to process it. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to accept that, but I'm letting it go. It is not who I am, because I'm a child of God. I'm a divine being. This energy no longer serves me. It is not part of my divinity. Go away. I rebuke this. It's casting it out. Like when Jesus was casting out those demons from those demonic people. That heart in the middle of all those ripples. Look. Oh my God. I'm not wearing it. I'm seeing Vesica Pisces here. The intertwined circles. I forgot to wear my amulet. But God's like, don't worry, you don't need it for right now. I'm already transmuting the energy from it. It's across from me right now. The symbol of here, Christ conscious, is the divine feminine energy. Balance of the intertwining of the masculine and feminine. These two circles, it's like a Venn diagram here. Christ conscious is in the middle of it. That's the Vesica Pisces. Go look it up. Vesica is vessel. Pisces is Pisces. Christ consciousness. I wouldn't be surprised if Jesus Christ was actually Pisces, which is what they're telling me, because his symbol is the fish. The symbol of the fish is Pisces. You are the vessel of Christ consciousness. You hold all that love and that peace and that joy and that forgiving energy in your heart space, and you balance all that out, and that has a ripple effect when you have the ability to balance your masculine and feminine, all those emotions, all those energies, and have that love radiate out of you. In blue, this purple blue is a very calming color. Look at how the energy shifted for what is now coming in for the feminine collective. You now know how to trust more because you're more aligned with God. You see the purpose why the masculine had to cause this pain, all this stuff, why the masculine was angry. You're understanding all of it because you're seeing it from a higher perspective. Like the Hangman, which is Pisces. And I said that at the beginning of the reading. See, I don't need the tarot. Trust. This is also the Lover's card for me, because in order to have a divine union, this harmonious sacred union, you both have to trust each other fully and wholeheartedly. And that means with trust, you have unconditional love for them. There are no conditions. You also trust your intuition. So what's coming in here is that Christ consciousness and that energy of trust, and you trusting more in God, in the connection, in your masculine, in yourself. I'm beside myself right now because look what's at the bottom of the deck. It's the Peace card, the white card, one of the white cards. What's coming in is a lot of you becoming more at peace. Some of you, you're not there yet, and you know who you are. You cannot have harmonious, permanent, sacred union without trust, without unconditional love, without peace in your life. Peace is the ultimate goal in these connections within you, and then your person learns to achieve that peace. You are the leader here. This is the ultimate Christ consciousness, and what's fascinating is that you, feminines, have two of the white cards on your end. Current energy and what's coming in. lot of more, you're coming more into a higher state of consciousness and peace, meaning you have acquired the Holy Grail. You're flowing, you have the divine flow of God, the love of God, you have it flowing through you and out of you. Again, that ripple effect, that expansion of Christ consciousness. This is what you are here for. You're not here to be in union, to have a romance with your person. Get that out of your head. This is way bigger than you. These connections are mission based, and it has to do with this Christ consciousness and to help everybody come to a state of peace, because everyone's dealing with their own shit, their own pain, their own suffering, their own heartache, all this stuff, rejection, you name it. We all go through it, but we have to learn how to heal from that on our own, and we deal with people who help us to understand the purpose of everything that what we've been through. And it also ties into ancestral patterns, which is this red stuff that is leaving the ancestral curses, the ancestral patterns that you keep repeating over and over and over and over, with the anger, with the lack of going to God, with the lack of peace, with the lack of love, whatever this is. It's moving away from you because you were moving to a higher level that has not been achieved by your own ancestors, even the family members who are here this lifetime. You are understanding that peace is everything. More peace comes to you when you let all this bullshit go. You let this go. This does not bring anything harmonious if you keep this in your heart space. And the one way to true peace is God, and that is it. Yes, you can call it the divine, the higher power, but I have been guided to refer to that highest energy as G-O-D. As long as you believe that in that higher power, you got it. But I need to speak utilizing the term God here. And I said I was beside myself because what did I say about the olive branch? There it is, right there. Why I said this looks olive to me. I did hear that some of the masculines are going to be extending an olive branch piece. This is Lovers and Two of Cups for me. Right here. Seeing the divinity in themselves and this connection. Healing from the pain, healing from that anger, letting that stuff go. Understanding why things didn't work out, why things came to a head, no pun intended, why things had to stop. You name it. I can do this for like 10 hours because there's so much more in this. But remember, this is a collective reading, okay? And I forgot to say earlier, if you've gotten this far, please like this video, share it with other people. They do not have to be counterparts. This is masculine and feminine energy within ourselves. So with that color healing, watch with that red stuff. It may be making you angry. Wear more white, or have like my shirt. It has, look at this. I've got white. I have blue here. There's pink in here too. It's a lighter pink. It's not that salmon. It's like a salmon color. Maybe somebody likes to eat salmon. I can't eat salmon anymore, which kind of sucks. There is green, but it's my aquamarine color. It's more blue. I don't have any dark red around me. I tend to stay away from the darker colors because that actually does some more suppression of emotions for me. So some of you, with the color therapy stuff with hair, lean more towards the brighter colors. Have more white tied into those other colors. White with the blue and the green, perhaps. Water, earth, pink accents, like pink flowers here and there, whatever. Wear clothes that have all those colors. This is not a joke that I ended up wearing this today. And what's funny is that I was going to wear a color that matched this. My guys are not telling me something. And the shirt broke. The strap broke, and I had just bought it, so I had to return it. That was a huge sign. That was a disruption And that shirt breaking disrupted my whole plan that I had for today. But God did that for a reason. And God said, Jess, change that shirt to that linen multicolored shirt that you have. And it's all coming out in this reading. So what's coming in is more of this peace, like in the flow energy. It's a very healing. The blue color, this periwinkle, is another healing color right after the green color. Why was I talking about blue in Walmart? Okay? Look it up, people. If you're starting businesses or projects, pay attention to the colors that you're using. It has an effect on people. I said the olive branch. The feminines who are in a higher state of consciousness, you're learning to trust God more, trust the connection more. That the masculine didn't slam the door in your face and said, this is it, I'm done, I'm not talking to you. You're above that now. Some of you are, others of you need to better understand this. You're not angry at the connection, you're not sad in the connection, you're not worried about anything. There's also separation energy with all this red here. A lot more of this Christ consciousness, this higher state of being is flooding into your life. Again, with that Vesica Pisces, go look it up, the vessel of the fish. Mary Magdalene energy. Learning to trust God more in your person, in the connection, other people. This is also learning to trust others who's caused pain in your life. Because we have to understand something. When people do that to us, or they reject us, or whatever, it's not who they are. Because they don't have peace in their life. They're not healthy enough to be in that peace. They're not one fully with God. Meaning this has no stress, no anxiety, no fear. You're flying above. There's a dove here that's significant for somebody, and I know who you are. Tranquility. I'm just going with the flow. I trust in God because I see what nature brings, what God brings with nature. I'm just spreading my wings and flying, and I'm letting God take me as the wind to where I'm supposed to be, in the flow. There's air and water here because I'm getting air, and swords are usually like silvery white in color, right? This is like a silverish color. Blue, water. Air flows, water flows. We all know what happens when air gets stagnant and water gets stagnant, do we not? We gotta be moving around, that ripple effect. Keep throwing those pebbles into the water. Coming from that place of Christ consciousness, and you're learning to trust more in people, not just in your masculine. When you have more peace in your life, which for some of you, this is coming in, you get to trust God more in the world around you. And when you are frustrated and angry and you go to God, like frustration seeped in again last night, and I talked to God again. This is why I have this, but first pray. God, what did I do? Why am I going this route? And yes, the enemy was attacking me. And even my masculine came in. I'm starting to see apparitions of him. I was sitting in this chair that's across from here because my work stuff, I sit in that chair to do work and other things, or to do readings that I don't have my face in. And he stood by me. It was crazy because he came right in an instant. And he put his arm around me. It was like he was there. Because after talking to God, and I just got to a state of peace, and I was just doing breath work, I was calming myself down, I was like, here we go again. Because we're human, it happens, right? And all of a sudden, my masculine comes in. And I see his apparition, he's putting his arm around me, he's like, hey, everything's going to be fine. It's all right. Let it out. Everything's going to be just fine. All is well. That's what he told me. That's what he always tells me. all is well with you, all is well with me, all is well with us. And he was saying, all is as it should be. And I was hearing that confirmation from God. He's like, you're going to be just fine. Remember this, this, and this. And he was helping me reminding me of how I've helped people thus far and what I've done, who I've become. I have so much peace in my life, it's not even funny. And so many people do not have this. This is the Holy Grail, everybody. This is what God ultimately wants us to achieve. And when we have that, he starts to bring in miracles that we just cannot fathom. When we start to trust God more in what he's doing in our lives. And we start to trust him when things seem to be stopped or at a pause. And we think that that's it. We're not going anywhere. The door's been permanently closed when it's temporarily closed. And God's just, I need you to pause. I need you to rest because I'm doing my work now. I'm doing the things you cannot do. And this is why when we start elevating in our journeys, we have that masculine help. Our person will see them come in. We'll feel them come in, and they support us in that way without supporting us in the physical. And that reassures the masculine in the 5D. If you're accepting of that support, of that help in the 5D, then they know for a fact that you trust them, which means you can trust them in the physical again. Because they know that they have to build their trust with you. But that trust is going to be acquired, achieved in the 5D first, which is why we have this higher consciousness card, higher vibration card. White reflects all and absorbs none, meaning it reflects all colors, all energies, but it doesn't absorb it. If you're radiating light and peace, you may need to see what your aura color is if you can't see it. And understand why it's that color and what you may be drawn to and why, and what you may be avoiding and why. Because the ultimate goal is to be radiating this level, this color of peace, Christ consciousness, all these higher vibrational frequencies. And again, the olive branch is being extended to some feminines from the masculines, is what I said at the beginning, because the masculines now understand in the 5D, because this is 5D stuff, that you can trust them again. Because you're going to them for help, because you're communicating with them in the 5D. You're not blocking the communication. You're receiving the songs, the signs and synchronicities that they send you. You're receiving the messages that they give you in the 5D. You're receiving the messages through songs. That is how the masculine collective builds the trust with the feminine. Because it's also confirming what the feminine is getting intuitively and feeling in her heart space. And that love doesn't die, doesn't end, and that pain goes away. Because the masculine is trying to ease that pain to help you heal by sending you those things in higher frequencies. But you can only receive those messages when you are in that frequency. Like attracts like. And if you cannot get out of this pain, you cannot get out of this anger, you will not be able to see what your masculine will do for you to help you on your healing journey. You think you want the support from them in the physical when they're dealing with their own stuff. It's not going to work that way. Everything has to happen in the physical before it happens. In the spiritual before it happens in the physical. You build trust again with each other in the 5D. All right, what is the current energy of the connection between the masculine and the feminine? This could also be your inner feminine masculine. Just take that how it fits. But I'm looking more into the counterpart connection. What is the current energy in the counterpart connection, the divine counterpart connection, Holy Spirit? And again, with those colors, they're very therapeutic. Surround yourself with more of those colors. Eat more of the colors of foods with those colors. Dress. Maybe some of you may even need to change the color of your car. That's funny because my car is black on black. Black absorbs all, reflects none. But, I mean, I've been praying to God for the car thing, so we'll see what they just gave me epiphany about that. Anyway. Okay, I just got a hit. What is the current energy and the connection between the masculine and the feminine and the connection? Holy Spirit, please. Woo! This is the good red. Look. Wow. Do you see the harmony in this? This is for those who've been doing your work and you are at that state of peace and trust with everything and everybody, to include the people who caused you pain. And it's not just your masculine, it's other people too. So this message is going to be for everybody. For those of you who are not there yet, this is what you can achieve. Red. I was going to put the cards back in. They said nope. The feminine's got more red aura than the masculine, or like it's been circulating the feminine collective. Look at this. That pillar of strength. God is that pillar of strength. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Christ consciousness. And it's not just Jesus. It's Mary Magdalene too. Because Mary Magdalene is actually represented by the red color. And you know what's funny, what they told me? Why I had an issue with red too? It was reminding me of the pain and the suffering and my anger, my frustration with humanity, with what I was teaching as Mary Magdalene herself. And she was that red color, the blood of Christ. She's Christ too. This is also Jesus' blood, her blood, the blood of God. And that red is reminding me of all the difficulty that I went with in that incarnation. Look how beautiful this is. Red is leaving. Red is leaving. The current energy is that's transmuting now. Because every color has a dark and a light side to it. Strength. That pillar of strength. The current energy. I have the strength to get through this with the grace of God. And the bottom of the deck is trust, which was the feminine side. Oh, they didn't put this. See, it was involuntary. They told me not to put the other cards in, but they told me to put the trust card. I didn't even know. This color is in here. Look. It's right there. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Even if you try. The courage and strength to trust again, to love again. Not just your masculines, not just your feminines, but everybody else who's done you wrong. To trust in God again is the pinnacle here. Fortitude and willpower. Being strongly rooted in the sacral. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. I'm not sorry. No. Sacral chakra is there for a reason, because that's creativity. It's deeply rooted in the root chakra, the deep roots. Those deep roots that are so like, it's very hard to pull out, like in an oak tree, right? But that's what gives it its strength. You cannot be uprooted. And with that root chakra energy, with the red aura here, this is you continuing to have what God gave you with the strength, with the trust, and to not have these ancestral patterns and these other conformities or programmings affect that. Blue. Did I read the trust? No. They want me to read it. That color of flow. Christ consciousness. It's trusting in divine timing. Trusting that the masculine is actually doing the healing when you do the healing. But remember, they grow at a different rate. They may be the bamboo shoot feminines. You may be something else. Whatever plant grows faster than a bamboo shoot. When this card comes up in a reading, it's a sign to start trusting yourself. We often seek advice from outside sources and people we trust. The reality, though, is that most of the time, deep down inside, you know what you need to do. Have the confidence to trust in yourself and your own sense of self-governance. Ultimately, you can make your own decisions. What I say about decision, that's stop energy, right? Trust in your heart always. It's like what Emma Ryder says in her readings. That's how God speaks to you. All right? But I get more. It's not just trusting yourself, because when you trust more in yourself, you're trusting in God. And if things don't go your way, things get disrupted, it's like, I don't know, am I growing? Am I learning? Evolving? You are. You're just not going to see the results right away, all the time, or ever. Bloom where you're planted, right? But if God is telling you to uproot yourself, remember, a potted plant, right? I know at some point with Aurora here, okay? So funny, I never name my plants in the middle of a reading. At some point, she is going to have to be put in a different plant. Not necessarily uprooting her, but her roots do have to grow. So at some point, over the course of her growth, I will have to put her in a bigger plant. You see how this works? The strength in trusting your intuition, what God is telling you, trusting in the connection, having faith in it. Trust me. It's funny, I said that came out of nowhere. That's coming from my masculine. I feel certain things about my own journey, about my own masculine. Sometimes I'm like, is he actually doing that? Is that actually happening? Is he actually telling me these things? Like when the apparition came over, I'm like, whoa, I was not expecting that. Did he hear me? Does he know what's going on in my world? Right? But my intuition feels things. He sends me things. He gives me confirmation and all that. And it's trippy. It's trippy because look what's after the trust card. It's a mystery. Right? I don't know where the light is hitting. Is it the shadow side? Is it a light side? I don't know. Whatever. The mystery of it all. Doesn't make any sense. That's a purple color. This is like that higher consciousness. The things that we can't see. But we have to trust that they're there. The strength and the courage to trust that they're there. Trust ourselves. Trust in our masculines. Trust in the connection. Trust in God. It's that power of that red. It gives us that strength, that perseverance, that determination. We have the strength and the power and the ability to overcome anything, to overcome the pain and suffering. But that only comes with peace in ourselves. And we only get there when we work with God. We align ourselves with that energy. That takes a lot of work. The strength card refers to mental and emotional strength, not just physical strength. It's about finding the inner strength to face your fears, overcome obstacles, and move through difficult times. This card is a call to dig deep into yourself and tap into the parts that are strong and courageous. Even when you might not feel that way, you'll discover that you hold the strength to overcome whatever you are going through right now. I get Leo energy with that because that's kind of like the strength card. It's facing your fears. It's facing adversity. It's understanding you're capable of so many things. And sometimes when we don't want to do something, we have the courage and strength to do it. It's like for me, I had this, being vulnerable right now, I had this energy like I am giving up again. And the devil was coming at me hard again. He's been attacking me like you wouldn't believe, which is why God is having me not do so much of my work, because every time I do this, I elevate like the bamboo shoot. I'm moving to another level. I'm ascending faster than I've ever done. But I'm gaining more of this wisdom and this Christ consciousness to share with everybody here. And so much of the enemy is trying to stop me from doing it, from disseminating this information. And then I sit there, and I was having a fantastic day like I usually do, and blam. Give up, Jess. You've been doing this for years. You had a heyday, now it's like, this is what I'm seeing in the physical with my human eyes. But I know deep down inside, I'm not the same person I was last week, last month, last year. I've been getting insane epiphanies, insane messages, and I'm so grateful for that. That I have been given the rite of passage to tap into those portals, those energies. So I can do my teaching, so I can do the will of God. And I know God had to refine me, improve me, help me to grow so that I can get to that level of Christ consciousness, that level of peace, to be able to channel all that stuff. Because you've got to be at a high vibration to get that type of divine wisdom, divine guidance. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I put in so much hard work. And a lot of you know who work with me individually, especially if you have a membership or something, and the work I put into that. You guys know. If you've been watching me for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, what's the holdup? If you haven't signed up for a membership, what's the holdup? You will be blown away by that type of bonus content, material, value, wisdom, divine intelligence. It will help you grow and get you to a state of higher consciousness, but more so peace. My goal is to get you to a divine state of true peace. That is the best thing you could ever have. It's better than sex. It's better than chocolate. It's better than having $10 million in the bank account. It's better than everything. This is what God has taught me. If you're interested in a membership, there should be something at the end screen, or check the description box. All my stuff is there. Or you can go right now to CapellaWellness.com and check everything out there. So, I was struggling a bit. I was frustrated. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was actually getting ready to put the weekly message out for the week. And I was like, I don't want to do the thumbnail. I don't want to do description box. I don't want to do anything. What's the point? It falls on deaf ears. At least that's what my ego is telling myself. And that's what the devil is. The devil is the ego. The ego card is the devil card. And my masculine's like, no, you got to push through it. God's like, no, you got to push through this. And my masculine's like, this is not all in vain, Jess. So you see how your masculine can help you? Can give you that support? And trust me, it's hard not to have him there, the physical support, because he would always tell me to my face and give me reassurance about things. But all these years, he's been doing that in the ethereal. And I cannot be any more grateful for that. Because that goes to show me he always had me in his best interest. He always did. It may not seem like that way, feminines, but they do. They have to bring out the worst in themselves to bring out the best in us. That's part of the process. It's why you're in these connections. That's what builds the trust first. In the 5D. As above, so below. And that's getting you to trust that they're always there. They will give you that support whether they're physically there or they're not. It's always going to be there. That even through difficulties and challenges that you guys would face, it's always for your highest good, because at the end of the day, they truly care. It's the same thing that the masculine teaches the feminine teaches the masculine. It goes both ways. Did I read the trust card? Yeah. And the strength card, I did. It's all a mystery. That's in a journey song too. Who's crying now? When Steve Perry talks about still a mystery, right? In that song. I wonder who's crying now. That could be very significant for you. That's coming through a divine masculine here. Feminines, you were crying. And now it's kind of like the masculine's turn, right? But we're all learning through the crying phases, through the pain, through the sadness, the loss in the physical. But we never really lose them. We gain so much more, and our connection with them builds even stronger. It builds the trust. It builds the love. It builds the understanding, the forgiveness, the unconditional love, positivity in this. It builds your energies. It makes you stronger, like that pillar where nothing can take you down. And when you are in permanent harmonic union, no matter what the adversity is, no matter how many people try to cause you to disrupt you, break you up or mess you up individually, it's not going to happen. Because that opposition will come. Family, friends, you know it. Isaiah, if your name's Isaiah, this is for you. Or maybe your person's name is Isaiah. Hi Isaiah, how are you? It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. See? This is showing me what I was talking about. Not only is God, the Archangels, they got your back. There's a masculine, a male here who's behind the female. What was I talking about them supporting you in the 5D? It's a spiritual connection. Remember this. They are coming in as these earth angels, these ethereal beings, these higher beings. Because some of your masculines are more highly advanced than you are. It's just taking them longer to actually come into that in the physical. What did I say about the support? You have the angelic support. You have the angelic protection. Angel Isaiah is helping you with this. You may want to go look up an Isaiah prayer if you want to. Isaiah's watching over you. Your masculine's watching over you. They're guiding you, protecting you during these changes. You're growing, learning, and evolving. And it's reciprocal, right? You do it for them. They do it for you. And this is a like sage color. Oh, never mind. It's a greenish color. The masculine has a greenish color in his corner. Bottom of the deck is Adriana. If your name's Adriana, this is for you too. Or your counterpart's name is Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. You cannot make it up. This is also the masculine that I'm getting telling you this. This is also God, the angels. Angel Adriana is also going to help you if you want to pray to her. Call her in. Call Isaiah in. Communicating through intuition, thoughts, dreams, those ideas, right? Do those things and trust in them. Also through music, like I was talking about. They're sending you people, other earth angels or something, to help you answer your prayers. Because remember, we can pray to God for things, but he will give them to us through people, through other things, which means we have to take action on those things in order for those prayers and to be answered, to be realized. They lead us to the prayer. Sometimes God will be like, boop, magic. Here, I answered it for you. Here's the blessing. Here's what you asked for. But the majority of the time, we got to be in a much higher vibration for those things to happen. Because those types of miracles and those types of instantaneous ramen noodle thing type of things, it happens when you are at that highest frequency. But in order for you to get there, God's leading you to have those prayers answered. You've got to do your part. And God is sending you ideas, something creative. He's sending you people to help you get there, to get you in the vibration to have the prayers answered. And they hear them. They just are waiting for you to do something. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. There's also something with children here. Something about praying, something for your children, whatever, or something. They're leading you to that. They're leading you to the people, to these certain situations. And when things come to a head, it stops. God's got, no, that's not the way. That's not where I'm leading you to. That's not where your prayer is going to be answered. It's going to be answered here or through this person, not that person. Also be careful whoever you're getting help from. Be careful who you're getting the help from. If they're not leading you to peace, if they're putting more anger and frustration and like, no, this connection is not going to work. No, whatever. That is not a light worker. A true light worker will tell you the damn truth, not lead you away from it. They will lead you to peace, not destruction. So be very careful, whoever this is for, who you may be working with, because if you're thinking you're being led down the right path, you may not be heading down the right path with that individual who's pulling you away from it. Thanks, Isaiah and Adriana. Oh, so lastly, we're going to look into your connection. No, your self-care guidance. Man, my cloth is getting all bunched up here. I just heard, oh, I don't like this word. Oh, here we go. Some of you know this. I don't like the P word that is used for women's underwear, but they want me to say it because that's stepping out of my comfort zone. They're like, Jess, you have the strength to say it. I just heard when I was saying this thing is bunching up, don't get your panties in a wad. That actually didn't feel so bad. Yes, I know, guys. I don't like that word. Or I didn't. See how things change? They're telling me to say it again. Don't get your panties in a wad. All bunched up. Don't get your boxers all bunched up. Whatever it is. Okay? Let it go. Free ball it. Do whatever you need to do. Don't wear anything underneath. I don't know why I'm saying it, but I am saying it because they want me to say it. It's playtime. Dolphins! Yay! Not all the cards have dolphins in it, and there's 2. There are 2 on either side. of my mug. That's not a coincidence. Masculine and feminine, being playful with each other. The dolphins know the importance of playing as joy creates miracles and manifestation. Have fun. Go enjoy yourself. That frees up the energy for other things to come in. That also brings more peace in your life and releases that anger. Remember, for some of you, that anger is being released. That fear is being released. Bottom of the deck is blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. You're looking for a major life change, a miracle. Get into the frequency of it. Go have some fun. Be playful. Be lighthearted. Even like what I'm doing here in this reading, I don't know, it was coming out where I'm being a little bit playful. I'm being a little bit flirtatious or something, right? Do it. That's childlike energy. When you're tapping into your inner child, you're actually raising your vibration. This is also literally either playing video games, doing things that you used to do as a child. This has come up before. Playing music, playing an instrument, playing a game, going to Dave and Buster's, I don't know, playing solitaire on your phone, playing a game you haven't played on your phone. I don't know that, because I've been wanting to play this one game. I forgot what it's called. It has the word June in it. Name June. Hey Jude, but June, whatever. Do something. Joy creates miracles and manifestation. This is not the time to be adulting, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go have some fun. That is a big self-care thing that people forget about. That's part of tapping into your inner child. We grow up, we say, no, you have responsibilities, you can't have fun, you can't take vacations, you can't do this. It's bullshit. Do it anyway. Watch how it shifts your energy to bring about this. Great blessings. For some of you, continue to have fun. If you're already doing this, continue to rest as well. Enjoy your life. Life was meant to be enjoyed, not feared, not frustrated over. It also helps boost your energy level with the physical. See how this is kind of like hangman energy? She's upside down. Blessed change. If you want things to change, you got to shift the energy and you got to enjoy life more. So I'm going to read the playtime card. LMNOP. Playtime. See, I'm singing the alphabet like I was in kindergarten. This card indicates that you've been straining and working too hard and that you've lost your original focus. You're striving more out of habit than out of a clear direction. The dolphins ask you to stop and divert your attention through silliness and non-competitive play. Wow. We have the stop card for the feminine energy. That's leaving, it's leaving. Any kind of playfulness will shake up your ruts and routines and allow you to regain perspective on what is important and what is not. Playing is a magical form of meditation as it opens your heart chakra and allows your creative spirit to tap into the divine wisdom. If your playfulness involves outdoor physical activity, the extra oxygen will also spark new ideas for you. Wow. I was going to say spank new ideas. I don't know. Spank new ideas into you? I'm seeing Christian Grey with this, right? Okay. Don't mind me, but that's freaking hilarious. Blessed change. Although you may feel as if your life is upside down right now, everything that's occurring is for the best. This card assures you that the changes in your life are actually helping you leave behind that which no longer serves you. Your spiritual purpose with the old situations is now complete. You're urged to stay centered in grace and acceptance. Keep affirming, I welcome divinely inspired change, and I stay centered in the eye of the hurricane as change occurs around and within me. All change is for my highest good. I know that love is stable and always provides for me and my loved ones, no matter what our outer situations appear to be. Change ushers in fresh opportunities to learn, grow, prosper, and create new relationships. The key is to keep breathing and enjoy the changes, even if they're intimidating. If the universe pushes you toward new responsibilities, know that you're qualified in heaven's eyes. You see? I'm an example of that. I'm changing the way I do my readings. And every time God had me change something and do something, it was like, well, it didn't work out. Okay, keep going. Didn't work out. Okay, keep going. Didn't work out. Difficult. Want to give up. Want to give up. Want to give up. Nope, keep going. Change is inevitable. It frees up the stagnant energy. There's more flow. And even when God tells us to stop doing so much, right? Working too hard, doing too much, God's freeing up more time for you to play, to have fun, to enjoy, to laugh more. Right? Get that silliness energy out. It's like the zoomies for cats. Near, right? Some of you may need to do that. I tried to ride my son's bicycle in the house, but the tires are flat. And I got to find the bicycle pump that's hidden in the Cave of Wonders in my parents' garage. Oh man, I love my team. They are the best. The Cave of Wonders. I'm gonna say that to my parents. They're gonna get a kick out of that. See, my childlike energy's coming out. Learn, grow, prosper, change. That's what it's needed for. Even if it's intimidating. Even if you don't want to do it. Even if you feel like, okay, I'll do it. Let's see what happens. That's what I'm doing now. That's your reading. As usual, my readings are long. If you're still here, congratulations. You get the gold medal. Change is on its way. Once you free up these energies, these magical times are coming. A major life change is imminent for some of you. Oh, they want me to pull another card? Okay. See what happens? I'm almost at my goal to create this deck. Put it in print. I think I am like $50 short, $60 short. If you would like to make a donation so that I can get these decks printed. If you feel drawn to, by all means, the donation methods, information's in the description box. I am going to have a giveaway for those decks, and for my members, you're going to get a special discount on this deck when it's ready. And if you haven't purchased my Masculine Oracle deck, my Unspoken Words deck, I'm going to put a bundle where if you want both decks, I will create a bundle and you'll save money that way too. So I would greatly appreciate if you could help me reach my goal to get those decks printed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this reading. Color is important here. Okay, it's part of the healing process. Let me know. Okay? Be understanding. See? That's the energy of that Christ consciousness. Listen to music. I say this a lot. Playtime. Play some music. Right? After I had my frustration moment, God, my masculine was there. And my masculine and God said to me, go listen to music while you go take your shower. And I felt so much better. And everything was fine and dandy. What did I say about you having unlimited potential? If you're a member of mine, this is repeating itself. Look. You have unlimited potential. Be understanding, be lighthearted, listen to music, pay attention to the messages being given to you through those songs. They're coming from your masculine. 666, thoughts are out of balance regarding financial and material matters. Some of you, you're still too focused. That root chakra, money, safety through money, possessions, you know, physical things. Top of the deck is ask for help with this. Remember, your prayers are being answered, but you've got to ask for the help, and when the help is sent to you, you accept it. You cannot have any fear about money. You cannot have fear about what's going to happen or if it's going to lead you to where you want to be. Or you're like, I asked God for this and God gave me this person and I have to pay money for it and I have to do this. If God sent you to answer your prayer, to clear something out, to overcome something, to get you there, you best accept the help. Ask for help if you need help with something. It's not a sign of weakness. 111, thoughts are manifesting at a very rapid rate. There's the infinity symbol of unlimited potential, strength card, and magician card. Abundance, number 8. Watch your thoughts. Some of you, you have the method of distorted thinking. You think about things and all it's stemming from is fear, something like that. Or anger, or something like that. All right, am I done now? Yes, I'm now done. No, I am not. The masculines want to say something to you. Or if you're a divine masculine watching this, could be reassurance of what you want to say to the feminine in the physical. Or this may help you to kind of put your foot in the door or initiate the conversation with what comes out here. I've never said that before in my life while shuffling these things. That's Holy Spirit for you. Oh my God, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us the highest good. One more. What does the masculine collective want to say to the feminine? Again, if you're interested in purchasing this deck, a link to this is in the description, okay? It's ready to ship. I don't need to wait for copies. They're ready to go. If you don't have your copy, this is the copy. This is a deck to have, for sure. I put a special prayer on it. I cleanse it with Palo Santo, and I give you a little bit of a gift. I've been guided to give a little bit of a gift that's significant for everybody who purchased these, and I bet you $1 million it'll blow your socks off. And it's something very simple, okay? What does the masculine collective want to, I actually shipped one today. It blew me away too, because the gift that I gave was a message for me too, so I'll leave it at that. Wow. Wow. The wait is over. It's done. Finito. End of story. Toy Story? Somebody likes Toy Story? I don't know where I'm getting this stuff, but I know where it's coming from. I love Toy Story. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I'm ending this separation now. I'm about to take action and move towards you. That's why I said some of the masculines are about to extend the olive branch for those who are in alignment. Again, if you are still angry, you're still frustrated, you're still thinking that it's over, or you're saying, nope, it's over, it's done, I'm done with this, be very careful with that. God's not going to let you live it down. If you're still in pain, there's some work for you to do, and I say it with the utmost amount of love. If you need help with overcoming these lower vibrational energies, I'm the one person that you've been led to help with that. Okay? You didn't come here by accident. You didn't run into me by accident. You're not watching my videos by accident. You asked for help, and here I am. I just got a song in my head that I used to hear at church, and it would make me cry all the time. Okay. God's presence is exceptionally strong right now. Woo! Okay. Anyway, for some of them, they're telling the feminines, it's over. You've achieved the state of trust in the 5D, the state of Christ consciousness. I'm going to extend the olive branch. I want peace in this connection. I want to make amends with you. This is reconciliation. Both of you have learned to trust. Again, in all senses of the word. The others of you, this is your inner masculine saying, stop hesitating. You've asked for help. It's been sent to you. Go accept the help and go do what is necessary to get you to really have your prayers and miracles answered. The wait is over. For any pauses, you're stopping, you're thinking, I don't know, is this the right path? Should I go here? Oh, God disrupted something? Oh, man, it's not really working. My life is still in shambles. God's trying to get you to wake up. That could be your inner masculine telling you to take action. Stop waiting around. Stop farting around and do something about it. Because you have unlimited potential, right? Ending the notion of separation is what I'm hearing. Stop, right? Stop working so hard. Stop trying to force the union, force the healing, whatever. Have some fun. Start doing the true healing work. Stop trying to get your masculine to listen to you all the time, or whatever that is for you. Whatever. You guys know what it is. You're taking action on getting the help that you need, on working with the help, because you know you need it. And if God is telling you that that's me, what did they say? I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the signs and the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I added a word there because they wanted me to. Look what's underneath here, Ray. Ravid, are you here? Rabid. Or your name is Ray. That's kind of like the name of the female in the character in Star Wars. Yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now. Maybe doing more yoga, do Tai Chi, or working with a yoga teacher, or working with certain different people to help get all... God sending you different people, maybe not just me, other people to help you to get to a state of peace. All right? But the others who are aligned, and you know who you are because you have peace in your life and you've had it in your life for a long time now. This is why God was working on you for so long. And to trust in what you were doing, to trust your intuition and listen to it. So for some of you, the separation is ending. The other of you, you got to stop focusing on the separation. It's an illusion. It's preparation for you. But those who are the masculines who are ready to go, you know that the wait is over. You know that you want to extend that olive branch. You know that change brings great blessings. Some of you have changed dramatically for the better. And your life has changed because of it. And because the feminine has changed for the better. She's been an example, or he's been an example for you to change for the better too. When you're able to change somebody's life like that, That is beyond incredible. And God rewards those who have the ability to do that like you wouldn't believe. So masculines, you know, that card's been showing up. I think it came at the bottom of the deck for the live. You guys have been ready for quite some time. You've just been kind of like tweaking, refining. You're still kind of growing. You're still working out the kinks, whatever. You know that you're ready. You are preparing to move. Prepare for change. Not prepare for battle, but prepare for takeoff. Thank you, Holy Spirit. No more sitting in the dugout. Somebody's a baseball player. You're now up at bat, and you're going to hit a home run in more ways than one. We'll just put it that way. Nice, Jess. All right. What else we got? Do we have anything else? Wow. It's the cross. Faith, Christ consciousness. You know that this is a higher love. It's the highest vibrational card. You have a tremendous amount of trust and faith in yourself in this now. You're ready to end this separation. You're no longer hesitating or waiting. You know this. You have unlimited potential. You know that this is your person, that this is God ordained, that it's going to work out. There's no fear here. That's what's being released. This keeps showing up. I want us to move in together. See? I'm hearing let me take care of you and your kid. That's a major life change. Some of you, your masculines are going to be asking you to move in with them. And that's really where you're going to get your blessings. God was just waiting to see if you were going to give up before the miracle occurred. I need to tell you the truth. I can't hold it in any longer. Yeah. I'm also hearing they can't wait to see you again. They can't wait to be with you again. They can't wait to start a life with you in the physical. Wow. I'm going to ask you to move in with me. There are 2 moving in with me cards here. That's not a coincidence. It's not a joke. This is happening for some of you. This is also like they're mustering up their courage. It's a major life change because they probably haven't lived with somebody else for a long time. But they know you're the one. They know that this change is going to bring great blessings. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be harmonious. In the weekly reading this week, remember 10 of Cups? The feminine makes the house a home. They need that feminine energy there. It's not the same without that, but it's a true divine feminine energy. Okay? Oh my God. They have more to say. It's never-ending reading, like never-ending story. I love that movie. Oh my God. Atreyu and his horse Ortex. Like, oh. Ortex sounds a lot like my last name. It's just that the EX is not IZ. Now that I think about it. I remember thinking about that when I was a kid. Oh my God. Bunching it up again. All right. They want something else to say. They're ready to go. They got a lot to say to you. They have a lot to say to you. Geez, you see that? I'm feeling incredibly strong sexual energy towards you right now. Woo! Yeah, that's what's fueling their fire. It's causing them to take action. Remember with that, I said that with the peg in the round hole, the square peg in the round hole. It's like, ugh, I have to stop jacking it all the time. I got to do something with this energy. I can't. I need the feminine, right? But they're realizing it's more of a sexual union than just sex. They're really fiending for you now. It's like that Jodeci song. Oh God, don't get me started. It's like, woo! Girl on Fire, Song on Fire. That's, again, that keeps coming up with the Nickelback song. They're strong chemistry, strong sexual pull. You have it too, feminine. They're feeling it from you. Moon is going into Scorpio, I think tomorrow, the time of recording this. Watch out for that. How do you exist? How do you exist? You're a unicorn. You're an alien. Like, are you even real? It's kind of like, I gotta see the feminine. It's like, it's gonna be like tension in your face. He's gonna make a joke about it, is what I'm hearing. Really? You're really real. Like, people like you don't exist on this planet. Right? It's like an otherworldly thing. You are otherworldly. Bottom of the deck. You made me believe in God again. Oh my God. This is the whole point, feminines. And you too. You building a strong relationship with God and you causing, I said there was a God complex, angry at God. They probably believed in God, Catholic, Protestant, I don't know, maybe even they're Jewish, atheism, whatever, or just nothing. Maybe agnostic, but I'm getting atheism. Nope, God doesn't exist. Nope, 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 nope. And see, you were showing God's likeness because of who you became, feminine. Your Christ consciousness, your godlike energy, your compassion, your understanding, your forgiveness, all of that stuff. It's what God does. You help them to believe in God because you are the physical representation of God. Thank you. Thank you for that. You cannot have a harmonious, permanent union without God in this period. This is the key. And when you get to peace, you are one with God. This is huge. That is a major life change. I said this in a live before reading. When you get someone to not believe in God and believe in God, that is phenomenal. And that helps them to live in a state of peace and bliss and true happiness, and everything starts to come together for them again. I totally screwed up. I forgot another card, and I'm not proud of it at all. They've been angry, like I said, how they treated you. They asked God for help. They asked God to send an angel. Send me an angel. Right? That 80s song. I don't know who sang that song. If you know, put it in the comments. Send me an angel right now. And they sent it to you. It's like the Beauty and the Beast story. And the Beast gets angry and just casts her out. She was there to break the spell. Okay? The feminines are there to break the spell. And the Beast was like, it's hopeless. I'm going to stay a beast for all time. But he wasn't realizing he had to change for the better. He had to stop being angry and stop being frustrated, stop cursing out the enchantress and God knows who else, and stop yelling at everybody because he was so pissed at himself and pissed at who he became, and he thought that was the end of it. And God comes in with Belle and he pushes her away until he learns to love. And she learns to love him regardless of how he was before. Trusting in each other, unconditionally loving each other. That is why that movie is my favorite movie of all time. And I did not understand it then because I was supposed to teach that very same thing. And what's scary is that a lot of that stuff that happens in that movie is very, very significant in my own connection with my person. For one crazy thing, my person has blue eyes, so does the prince, and I have brown, so do I, and all these other different synchronicities and signs. I was a huge bookworm as a kid. I was rejected a lot. People thought I was really weird. Some people still think I'm weird. I don't give two shits anymore. Right? You name it. all of these different things, even with the rose synchronicity, I said, my God, a lot of things that happen in the physical, certain situations and circumstances, things that played out in the 3D with my person have played out in that movie, and I saw that movie in 1992, and it's just mind-blowing. But anyway, they know they screwed up, they pushed you away, but there was a reason for all of it. Breaking the spell, that spell is unconditional love. Both of them were changing. Both of them were learning they were wrong. Both of them were better understanding each other and where each other was coming from. And this, bringing both closer to God. There you have it, folks. I'm going to be very honest here, because I was like, oh, maybe this won't be so long, but they are laughing at me. Jess, you are not the reader who does short readings. You are obedient. We tell you what you need to do and what to say to get the message across. And they're reminding me that Jesus' sermons were lengthy, they were long, but they were effective. There was a purpose, there was a message in everything that he said, and it hit different people differently. This is exactly why my readings are this lengthy. And those who have the patience to watch them in their entirety, they're getting the messages, they're getting their prayers answered through this lengthy reading. And some of them don't realize that yet. They want the instant gratification, the instantaneous miracle. That's not how God works, unless you are at the vibration to have an instantaneous miracle. Okay? Again, don't forget to like, share this. If you haven't subscribed yet, by all means, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see what new stuff I'm putting out here. Sign up for a membership. Those of you who don't already have memberships, 7-day free trial. Those of you who have memberships already, you've been told time and time again that it's now time to move to the next level, and with that comes the next tier of memberships. I have to make an announcement about that later, which I forgot to do earlier. I know one of you did that today. God and the angels are applauding you for that, for overcoming your fear with that. So you are really stepping it up. So congratulations to you. I will say that my highest tier membership, the Auriga membership, you really get bang for your buck. It has coaching sessions twice a month. It has a lot of bonuses. You get 50% off a reading, and I will let you know when you can get that 50% off a reading. And you also have a coupon code that gets sent to you where you can get 15% off all of my readings, all of my classes, anything that I do that I have a cost for, to include my merchandise that I'll pull out, my decks, whatever, okay? As long as you have that membership, you will get 50% off no matter how often you purchase something. It's unlimited. The coaching sessions are involved in that. A lot of my extra bonus content to really get you into alignment with your feminine energy, with peace, all these things that I talked about today. It's really well worth investment. What's the other thing that's in there? I give freebies. I surprise you with things. Okay? That's the Auriga level. It's the highest tier. But what the real value in that tier is, you're really gonna get your prayers answered by what is conveyed to you, what is disseminated to you through my wisdom that is channeled to me by God himself, by the Archangels, Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and whomever else comes through. Okay? I am the real deal. That's what they wanted me to say. All right? And as I level up, you help me do that, I help you. It's an even exchange. a positive energy. And I will be better able to do more things on my website, my channel, put more stuff in my shop. All that support from the memberships, it helps me to keep going. But it's also more so, it shows me that people are really, really wanting to do this. But it's also more so that I still have this strength and stamina to continue doing what I'm doing, right? And that will give me the ability to do even more for all of you in ways that you will not be able to fully understand, but that helps me to grow, helps my business to grow, helps this channel to grow. And you can start off with one of the lower tiers, but I highly recommend the Sunstar tier, which you can sit in my live membership readings. Okay? You can have talks with me. I'm going to start having you guys ask me questions and I will answer them without cards. All right? You have the ability, the opportunity to get a free personal reading from me in your face. All right? Those cost quite a bit if you want a one-on-one live with me, but you can get those too. But either way. Memberships can give you a segue into really seeing the value in the guidance given, and also to seeing how one-on-one work with you can really change your life. This is not an easy journey at all. But if I've been able to get to a state of high Christ consciousness and a state of complete bliss and peace, no matter the circumstances, and a lot of you know what circumstances I'm in, to include my living situation, that should tell you something about the work that I do, about how effective it is. Because I will get you to harmonious sacred union, come hell or high water. But you've got to do your work and accept the help being offered to you. With that being said, that concludes your reading. Thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so, so much love. And I hope, I really do hope, I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.